Introduction. In the vast expanse of knowledge and perspectives, there are often varying interpretations and understandings of natural law. Among the many voices proclaiming their beliefs, one courageous soul stands apart from the crowd. Let us delve into the story of Sigan, a scholar on natural law. Sigan, an ardent seeker of truth and wisdom, was captivated by the occult from an early age. I delved into the depths of religion, philosophy, and ancient texts, yearning to uncover a profound understanding of the world and our place in it. I was ordained in the Aaronic and Melchizedek priesthoods, and I later on formed my own priesthood and order, the Order of Mercury of the True Order of Light. Through my studies and associations, I began to distinguish between different interpretations of natural law. For me, the natural law I follow is rooted in the earliest principles and teachings. I believe that there should only be one true natural law, untainted by personal interpretations. Unfortunately, I observed how certain individuals, with their own agendas, presented their skewed versions of natural law to the world. I did not believe in the complete abolishment of authority. I recognized that authority, when wielded fairly and justly, served a purpose in society. I envision a world ruled by an emperor and empress who are divinely ordained, carrying out a grand mission set forth by the gods and goddesses. However, I lamented how most rulers had fallen short of this lofty ideal. I was disheartened by instances in history where prominent societies of the Golden Age were destroyed by individuals who overthrew their rightful royalty. I found parallels in the French Revolution, where I saw the impacts of the Illuminati scoundrels who, in my view, founded America on a false sense of liberty. To me, the Statue of Liberty represented a symbol of misguided ideals. I felt a deep concern for the consequences of a world without authority. I feared that chaos and lawlessness would prevail, with murderers, rapists, and pedophiles running rampant. My point is that it is impossible not to have order followers, and those who serve get the job done. As the samurai way in which I follow, there is great honor in service, for in order to lead, one must first obey. Reflecting on the world's transformation, I mourned the loss of aesthetic beauty and natural wonders. I compared the exquisite architecture of bygone eras to what I perceived as cheap and uninspiring modern designs. Blaming the Bavarian Illuminati, who I saw as responsible for the decline, I mourned how magnificent cathedrals and other remarkable structures had been demolished. I urged others to explore evidence out there, supporting my perspective on the demolition of treasured monuments. My deep love for architecture found its roots within the magnificent cathedrals and buildings that dotted the cities of my youth. The grandeur of those structures inspired me to follow in the footsteps of my ancestors and carry on their legacy. I feared for the fate of the world as I witnessed a transformative dawn, brought upon by a secret cult of death that rules the world. They governed with an iron fist, pushing forth what they labeled as progress. However, in my eyes, each new structure erected was a betrayal of the architectural wonders of the past. They replaced masterful craftsmanship with cheap materials, casting a shadow of mediocrity over the once magnificent world. They teach that there is no wrong, and there is no right. They believe that to define is to limit, and that everything must inevitably return to nothing, that all gender must be stripped, that race doesn't exist, and that all people must become one race by intermixing, and all identity should be lost. Then alas, I saw that nothing existed, and then I understood why they were called a death cult. I found that both the right-hand path and the left-hand path were both wrong and ultimately led to danger and destruction, and that the true path was found in the middle, the jewel at the heart of the lotus. Under natural law, there is a right, and there is a wrong. Objective truth exists inherently in the universe, and morality is objective, and all wrongs against natural law come down to theft. Lying is theft of truth, rape is theft of one's body, stealing is theft of property, willful murder theft of life, unless it is in self-defense, etc. Obviously, it goes without saying under natural law that no sane person should carry out a stupid or senseless and immoral order. There are many grey areas, and are far too numerous to mention here, and should be obvious to those who understand the effect and consequence of the times and changes and unfortunate situations in life where we find ourselves in difficult situations that cannot be avoided, where we may, for instance, have to make decisions we would normally never make, or do something we would normally never do in order to protect others or survive. This is simply a fact of life, and it is not always pretty, and it is just the way that it is. I had been particularly affected by the World Fair held in Chicago. The vivid images captured the grandeur and sophistication that once defined the world. Thoroughly researched, I uncovered the truth behind the claims that the structures were made of mere plaster. As a mason myself, I knew the exquisiteness that lay beneath the surface. The dismantling of those majestic monuments felt like a personal affront to the passion and dedication embedded in each brick and stone. With heaviness in my heart, I longed for the resurrection of the pagan paradise that these places had once been. I yearned to restore the glory that my ancestors had left behind. However, I stood alone in this desire. The world seemed to have turned a blind eye to the beauty that lay dormant beneath disposable creations. Determined to make a difference, I devoted my life's work to preserving the remnants of architectural marvels scattered across the globe. Through meticulous documentation, I archived the history of these structures, ensuring that their stories would transcend time. I photographed every intricate detail, from the soaring arches of cathedrals to the delicate carvings etched into stone. I hope that my endeavors will eventually garner attention, attracting like-minded individuals who share my unwavering dedication to architectural preservation. They formed a close-knit community, consisting of passionate craftsmen, historians, and artists. United by their belief in the power of the past, together, they scoured the world, locating forgotten ruins and overlooked treasures. I envision a future where these remnants would be resurrected and celebrated. With their collective expertise, they meticulously restored crumbling facades and brought life back to forgotten corners of the world. News of their endeavors spread like wildfire, captivating the hearts of people across continents. The remnants of the past began to ignite a longing for authenticity and true beauty. Movements advocating for the preservation of historical architecture arose, gaining momentum as society rediscovered the magnificence that lay hidden beneath the cheap veneer of progress. My dream of a revived world took flight as old photographs and timeless writings caught the attention of the masses. People yearned to honor the legacy left behind by their ancestors. Communities around the globe banded together, laboring to restore the architectural wonders that had fallen victim to the misguided hands of progress. From the ashes of evanescent designs, a renaissance was born. The new generation of architects embraced the meticulous craftsmanship and timeless elegance of the past. They ventured to redefine progress, rejecting transient trends in favor of enduring beauty. The world, once lost in a sea of plastic and empty promises, rekindled an appreciation for the architectural masterpieces that had once defined its character. Inch by inch, stone by stone, the world rediscovered itself, celebrating its rich heritage and basking in the everlasting splendor of the past. My journey, though fraught with challenges and skepticism, became a testament to the enduring power of creativity and a passionate belief in the beauty of the world. My legacy lived on, etched in the walls of every meticulously restored treasure, proclaiming to generations that true progress lies not in the destruction of the past, but in its preservation and celebration. And so, the world awakened to the realization that true beauty transcends time and cannot be contained within the confines of fleeting trends. Within every restored cathedral and carefully crafted building, the spirit of me lived on, reminding humanity of the paramount importance of cherishing the architectural wonders that whisper the stories of our collective past. My passion for history and architecture led me to connect the dots, tracing the lineage of civilizations. I claimed that those who fled the ruins of the Etruscan Empire had founded Japan, and that the Japanese people, by extension, were part of my extended family. I believed in preserving the culture and purity of certain races, advocating against the mixing of black immigrants in Japan, fearing the dilution of the nation's heritage. In a world that holds a multitude of beliefs and ideologies, I stand firm in my convictions, even as the tides of change threaten to sweep them away. Amidst the cacophony of voices proclaiming their truths, I had come to a startling realization about the future that lay before me. The Christians will most likely take over the Constitution in America, I mused, my thoughts roaming freely. As I've seen it, this shift will ripple throughout other Western countries like Australia and England, causing those who oppose the Christian doctrine to be on the run, or even marked for death. A world such as this, steeped in the dogmas of Christianity, Islam, and mainstream Judaism, is dangerous. Yet my understanding of history took me down a different path, to an ancient belief system that had shaped the world in ways few recognized. Mithraism, I proclaimed, my voice filled with conviction. Mithraism started Christianity. It waged a silent war against the Etruscans, cunningly usurping their lands and establishing the foundations of Rome. They were none other than Iranian assassins who seized the opportunity presented by the Etruscans and toppled their rule. Intriguingly, I discovered a link between the Etruscans and a modern-day nation that seemed worlds apart, Japan. One of the tribes that formed the League of 12 city-states in Etruria was compelled to flee Italy, I explained, my excitement palpable. They sought refuge in a distant land and settled in what we now know as Japan, the Promised Land. The Japanese people, the descendants of the Etruscan Empire, carry within them the legacy of an incredible civilization. Yet, my concern for Japan's heritage clouded my visions of the future. The powers that be, I lamented, they aim to erode Japan's culture and dilute its remarkable gene pool by allowing blacks to immigrate in vast numbers. Some races can harmoniously merge, but others should never intermingle. As their words resounded with a mixture of love, fear, and a desire to preserve the beauty of the Imperial race, I unveiled the interconnectedness of ancient civilizations. The Japanese are not only my family, they are the heirs to the Medo-Asian race, selectively bred, who left an indelible mark on the world, I declared, my voice ringing with conviction. With every word, I delved deeper, uncovering hidden histories and forgotten truths. The very word person finds its origins in the Etruscan word perso, I revealed. They were the architects of Solomon's temple, a people heralded as the builders, and the remnants of Tyre, the same people who can be found within the Taira clan of Japan. Captured by the Tersonoi, abbreviated to Traino, I explained patiently, my knowledge flowing like a steady stream. All those grand structures and monuments that graced the old world fairs, they belong to this remarkable lineage. They possess knowledge and skills that surpassed their time. But then, like a bitter twist of fate, the Tersonoi vanished, leaving behind only echoes of their once great civilization. My voice wavered as I contemplated this unexplained disappearance. Just gone, I whispered softly, as if mourning a loss. All trace of their existence wiped away from the face of this earth. Unyielding in my pursuit of truth and understanding, I felt the urge to share my discoveries with the world. I am writing a new book called The Imperial Race, I announced with determination. Through its pages, I will unravel the intricacies of history and bring to light the profound connections between seemingly distinct cultures. One day, I will present a documentary based on my book, inviting others into this remarkable journey. Yet, I braced myself for the inevitable backlash that my revolutionary ideas would invite. I am aware that many will label me a racist and scorn my words, I confessed, my voice tinged with both defiance and sadness. But let them say what they want, for they know nothing. The truth hides in plain sight, awaiting those courageous enough to perceive it. As I continue to delve into my research, pulling together threads of ancient civilizations, forgotten empires, and the enduring spirit of the Imperial race, I was unaware of the impact my discoveries would have on the world. My book would touch countless lives, forcing societies to question long-held beliefs and unlocking the power of human curiosity. For within my quest for truth lay a journey that would redefine perceptions, rewrite history, and ultimately lead humanity towards a future where the past and present fused seamlessly in the ever-evolving tapestry of civilization. Thus it all began with my unyielding pursuit of knowledge, driven by my insatiable curiosity and my unwavering belief in the connections that bound us all. Inspired by my vast knowledge, I embarked on a quest to document my findings and theories in a book titled The Imperial Race. This comprehensive work shed light on hidden histories and the true origins of societies. I poured my heart and soul into this endeavor, hoping to contribute to the collective understanding of our shared past. However, I was well aware that my bold views would attract criticism and accusations of racism. Undeterred, I resolved to stand firm in my beliefs, driven by a conviction that worldly opinions could never undermine my unwavering pursuit of knowledge. And so, my journey continued. I knew that throughout history, philosophers and thinkers had faced opposition and judgment for their ideas. Yet, armed with my unyielding creativity and determination, I persisted in my exploration of natural law and the hidden wonders of the world. For in the vast tapestry of existence, every voice that seeks to share a unique perspective shapes the collective understanding of